Hi, I'm Maddie Orton for Jersey Arts. Immersive theater has long been all the rage for adults, but at Miles Square Theater's production of The Young King, kids get to step into the story.
Welcome everyone to the coronation of the young king.
Written by Oscar Wilde and adapted for young audiences by Australian playwright Niki Bloom, The Young King is an exploration of materialism and the real price paid for luxury goods.
It's about a prince, we could call him, who's about to be coronated the next day. And he kind of has a lust for the finer things in life.
What occupied his every waking and sleeping thought was the finery that would adorn him at his coronation.
He likes gold and pearls and fancy things. And then he starts having these dreams about the source for these materials and how they come to be. For example, there's a diver who's diving for pearls, who's really a slave on a galley ship. And so this nightmare shows him that there is a cost that he didn't consider about where these rich materials are sourced from. And he has a change of heart about whether these are the right materials to use or not for his coronation.
Though Oscar Wilde's original story was first published in an 1891 anthology of fairy tales, its message feels as timely as ever.
I think there are a lot of modern day parallels that we can make with this piece, whether we look at climate change or drilling for oil, and that's why I think Miles Square wanted to produce it.
Wills is a certified K-12 performing arts teacher, and she thinks more immersive theater pieces should be written for kids.
What we know about children, right, is that when all of their senses are activated, that they really engage with material in a whole other way. So when children come to the theater here, they'll be engaging with the show's subject matter on all different levels of the space. So they'll journey into an interactive museum where they'll learn about some things that are in the show, and then they'll come to a craft making area, and they'll be meeting actors in character through all of these spaces before they even get to the theater where the story comes to life. And then we've incorporated some really wonderful, I think, children's theater storytelling devices such as shadow play and puppetry that also, I think, really invigorate the piece.
These theatrical devices serve another purpose as well. They depict the more devastating aspects of the story from a distance.
They do allow us to portray these themes that are a little bit more challenging for the kids because they can understand the concept, but they're not necessarily seeing the concept played out right in front of them. So it does give them that emotional shield.
Thanks to the production's puppetry, movement, character interactions, and pre-show activities, The Young King tells this morality tale in an accessible and engaging way for its target audience of 8 to 12-year-olds. But what do the critics think?
It was really good. When they put the stuff behind the scene thingy, and when they move it around, it's cool.
I feel like when I got here, I did become a part of the story with Pass the Parcel and them including us in the whole show.
To the young king from the rough forest folk of the East.
Oh, did you practice?
Projection.
Did she practice? No.
It felt different being on stage because normally during a show you would just be sitting in the audience watching, but to be part of a show is really cool.
And while the play's subject matter is sophisticated, it still manages to hit home.
I really liked the story about how the young king sees all these dreams and learned a lesson from them. It basically just shows how much work people have to go through to get one thing.
The young king stands by one of the weavers, watching him work.
It is really, really important to understand the footprint that each of us is making.
Tomorrow, I will be king.
The Young King runs through March 8th at Miles Square Theater in Hoboken. For Jersey Arts, I'm Maddie Orton. Thanks for watching.